Hey everyone, I'm back. The Lord's had me in some study. That's why I'm running a little behind on getting something up. We're going to go back for just a little bit to this delusion. You know, the last video was about delusions and lies, and the lie, okay? Because there is one that is considered I'm going to term it the grand delusion, and I believe there'll be many delusions to follow based upon this scripture here. And this is in Isaiah. We talked about it before. Isaiah 66 verse 4, where it says, I also will choose their delusions and will bring their fears upon them, because when I called, none did answer. When I spake, they did not hear. But they did evil before mine eyes, and chose that in which I delight not. And I'm going to stop right there. We're just going to stick with verse 4, because the thing we're going to focus on is delusions, okay? It says, I also have chosen their delusions and will bring their fears upon them. We talked some before about how Satan had created this deception concerning certain things, how he has, for decades, he has been conditioning our minds on the alien agenda. And he has also been conditioning our minds on the zombie issue, okay? We know that when it comes to the alien agenda, there are different avenues of which this has been approached and conditioning our minds. We know that in some cases we have been conditioned to think that aliens could possibly come upon us in a friendly form, in a helpful form. We know that we have been conditioned in the direction, on the flip side of that aliens could come upon us to be an immediate danger, a threat to mankind. And then we have the split down the middle on that, where our minds have been conditioned that they could come presenting themselves as friendly and then turn on us. So there's many different viewpoints into how we have been conditioned, and I think that there's clear reason for that. Now, I'm not quite understanding exactly why the Lord's got me going in this direction, but I did ask him several times, and he kept taking me back to Joel chapter 2, which led me back to the thing on the delusions, and we'll get into Joel chapter 2 in a bit, but I need to do a little laying a little groundwork here. This will probably be brief, just an introduction to where we're fixing to go. But anyway, we see the delusions that have been laid out for us, the different types of mind conditioning concerning the alien agenda. And we also see that with the zombie topic, I don't quite know what to call that. With the zombie topic, we see that, I'm being distracted by that phone, we see that throughout what we've seen in the media, zombies are portrayed, of course, as something evil, flesh-eating, I don't even know the words to describe it. When I was young, I used to watch things like that, but I haven't watched things like that in years, so it's not fresh on my mind, descriptive words for such. But anyway, we know that the zombie thing is portrayed to us as a very, actually, it is portrayed to us as just evil. Kind of demonic. I mean, it's about the dead coming back to life and eating us, okay? I mean, that's pretty intense if you look at it beyond just a fictional aspect. And Satan has laid this out there because he wants that delusion in our minds, okay? He wants us to see anything that's out of the normal to us. He wants us to see it as a threat. So that anything God presents that's out of the normal for us as mankind, I don't mean us as the bride, I mean us as mankind, that man will be afraid of it and not embrace maybe something that God is trying to use for good. And that is the whole point of the delusions, okay? It is about inflicting fear. It is about control. It's about deceit and lies that all work to the agenda of basically, in the long-term view, of how the Antichrist will control people, because there has got to be a common factor. And I think the main common factor that Satan is going to use to bring people under control is fear. And I think this is why the Lord is having me go in this direction with the delusions and explanation of them and things of that sort. But I'm going to cut this video off and I'll move on to the next one. And we'll see where the Lord takes this, because I'm not quite sure. I think it's going to be very interesting, to say the least. But I love y'all, and I'll be back shortly.